My dear, I chose peace with my mother over war with you. Don't ask me if it was worth it. Her silence taught me how to ignore you. My mother didn't hate you. She feared how much I loved you. I stopped texting you the moment she started praying harder. Your name caused storms in my family. I wanted to choose you, but I was raised not to disobey. She didn't see your heart, only your history. You were a blessing. She saw you as a threat. The war wasn't between us. It was between love and blood. She taught me silence, and now I use it against you. I didn't ghost you. I inherited her guilt. Every time you messaged me, I heard her warnings louder. I cut you off to prove I could be a good child. She smiled when I cried for you. I betrayed my heart to honor hers. You weren't my mistake. You were my rebellion. She called it protection. I called it possession. My mother built walls around my love. I didn't choose her. I surrendered. Her disapproval sounded louder than your affection. She didn't break us. She broke me. I apologized to her for loving you. You weren't my downfall. Her fear was. I rehearsed our goodbye in her voice. She rewrote my heart with guilt. I had to lose you to prove I belonged to her. She's the reason I lie to myself about you. My love for you never died, just got silenced by tradition. I never stopped loving you, just stopped answering. She saw danger in your devotion. You loved me loudly. She wanted me quiet. Her approval cost me you. You were sunlight, but she taught me to fear fire. I wasn't weak, I was trained. My silence is inherited. I became the stranger she raised me to be. She called your love too much. You weren't too much. She was too controlling. She confused obedience with love. I wasn't allowed to love you. Her opinions buried your name inside me. You're not gone. You're buried in my guilt. She never heard you speak, but hated what she imagined. I gave up my forever for her comfort. She smiled every time I cried for you. I mourn you privately to protect her publicly. She taught me how to pretend I'm okay. You weren't my mistake. You were my miracle she couldn't accept. She couldn't control you, so she controlled me. Your name triggers the war I never finished. She didn't ruin us. She trained me to. I learned how to forget you just to make her proud. She didn't kill our love, just choked it slowly. My silence is the graveyard of our dreams. She didn't want me broken, just obedient. Her love was conditional, yours wasn't. You healed me, she unlearned it. She never saw the version of me that bloomed with you. I lost myself while trying to keep her happy. Her wishes sounded like commands. I abandoned you for peace that never came. She made your name feel dangerous. Every "don't talk to them" felt like "don't be yourself." You were my choice. She was my chain. Her whispers became my orders. My mother's love didn't include room for yours. You were the only truth I wasn't allowed to say. She erased you before I could explain. My silence was not a choice, it was survival. You deserved my voice, but I gave you absence. Her fear of losing me made me lose you. She wasn't cruel, just scared. But it cost us everything. You were my freedom. She feared I'd fly. I stayed her child, but I lost my soulmate. You didn't break my heart. She did. Through me. She called it love. I called it chains. You were the storm I wasn't allowed to dance in. I miss you in every room she walks in. I hid my pain beneath her approval. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. I was raised to please, not to feel. Her comfort required my heartbreak. I regret the things I didn't fight for, you most of all. You still visit in dreams I don't tell her about. I let go of you to hold on to peace that never hugged me back. She warned me you'd ruin me. Now I ruin myself missing you. I speak her language now. Silence. I didn't lose you. I handed you over. Her love had rules. Yours had wings. I starved my heart so hers would be full. You were my home. She wanted me homeless. I don't hate her. I just mourn what she cost me. I feel your absence in my obedience. I loved you louder than she could handle. My goodbye wasn't to you, it was to who I wanted to be. She thought she saved me. I hear your voice in every decision I question. I thought silence was safety. It was grief. You weren't the threat. Her fear was. I buried you with my voice and mourn you with my soul. I look like her, but I feel like you. My love didn't die, it was denied. She wanted control. You gave me freedom. My loyalty killed something sacred between us. I couldn't hold your hand and her expectations. You're not forgotten, just forbidden. Her fear disguised itself as wisdom. I didn't lose you. I was pulled away. Her comfort required my sacrifice. I gave her everything but lost myself. You were a fire. She was water. She didn't see your soul, only your shadow. I silenced our truth to maintain her illusion. You were too alive for her world. She painted you with fears I never saw. You were a poem. She wanted rules. Her warnings are the chains on my tongue. I chose respect over romance. Her voice echoes in my distance from you. I let her ghost haunt our love. Her pain taught me to punish joy. I'm still chained to her story. She hated how I glowed with you. My withdrawal wasn't betrayal. It was inherited fear. You were my rebellion. She crushed it. I lost you to maintain my place at her table. Her silence toward you became my sentence. I memorized her fears more than your touch. She made your existence feel like a sin. You were light in a house that feared brightness. I sacrificed heaven for her approval. Her love was loud, but yours was true. I miss the version of me you awakened. She demanded sacrifice I offered you. You were never the enemy, just the excuse. Her protection turned into possession. I cried in the bathroom so she wouldn't hear your name. She called you a lesson. You were my healing. Her voice still edits my texts. You were never welcome, but always right. I left a forever for a family moment. You were my peace. She called it danger. I didn't stop loving you. I stopped being allowed to. She raised me, but you showed me life. You were never for the problem, just proof I'd changed. Her advice killed my feelings. I unlearned you to keep her love. She couldn't unsee your flaws. I rehearsed my silences for her approval. You were freedom. She was a locked door. She thought love was control. I apologized for things she made up. You were a sunrise. I was told to stay in the dark. She wanted me whole, but broke the best parts. You gave me wings. She clipped them. I obeyed her, not because she was right, because I was scared. You deserved more than my conditioned silence. She didn't ruin us alone. I let her. My mother's fears are now my reflexes. I protect her peace, but I lost mine. She didn't believe in us, so I stopped believing too. You were medicine. She'd said poison. I walked away trained to call it love. She built a cage. I stayed inside. I broke my promise to you to keep hers. She heard rumors, not your truth. I loved you in secret, then hated myself in silence. You were home. She called you a mistake. I still flinch when your name shows up. She was louder than my longing. I thought her peace was mine. She taught me love shouldn't embarrass her. You deserved rebellion. I gave you retreat. Her silence toward you taught me how to disappear. I heard her judgment before I heard your goodbye. I became her echo, not your partner. She erased you while I watched. I buried our love in her comfort zone. Her smile cost me your tears. You weren't too much. She was too afraid. I folded myself into her idea of me. You asked for love. I gave you absence. She called your love dangerous because it changed me. You unlocked something she couldn't control. I silenced myself to not scare her. I didn't lose you. I handed you over quietly. She made me question the only love that felt pure. You were the truth. She called it rebellion. My silence was her masterpiece. I swallowed your name to keep her calm. You gave me voice. She made me mute. She replaced your light with her logic. I regret listening to her fear over your heart. You deserved presence. I gave you pretense. She taught me survival, not love. You were my truth, but I chose her lie. I didn't walk away. I faded the way she taught. Her fear disguised itself as motherly love. You weren't perfect, just forbidden. I became her soldier, not your soulmate.